What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Bright Pinstripes. I am your host, Sam Guzman. Let's get right into it. I'm here to talk about the WBC and the WBC final. So, let's talk about it. And for starters, I did miss the WBC final. I did not watch it for circumstances where I was not able to. I was at a Nets game. I was able to get some highlights, watch some ESPN, and do a good deep analysis, give my take on the WBC as a whole and the game itself. So, this is what we're focusing on for today. Let's get straight into it. But before we do, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps a ton, especially when I'm trying to expand to everybody else, So, like and subscribe, share, comment. Let's get right into it. Now, WBC. When we were going into this, I was upset. Not because I don't like the WBC, but because I believe that the WBC has been disrespected for too long. The WBC doesn't get the respect like the Olympics for basketball or the World Cup. Now, again, the World Cup or the World Cup in general is a massive event, global. It is, if you're in the dance, your eyes are glued to that TV. Now, I get it. It's a landmark in sports, so understandable. And so is the Olympics for basketball as well. That's untouchable. But still, the WBC got no respect whatsoever. But this was the year that all changed, as millions of people around the globe were watching attentively, desperately, as teams battled it out and storylines arose. We had guys like the Czech Republic who literally had normal jobs, to Puerto Rico beating out the favorites Dominican Republic to make sure they don't even get out of pool play, to Shohei Ohtani and the Japanese going undefeated. But we'll get into that more later. Now, I have just a few statements for the DR team. You are an embarrassment. You are a disappointment. You were the betting favorites coming into the WBC. You were pretty much a guarantee to win, or at least go to the final. You didn't even make it out of pool play. Imagine. Let's put it this way. Imagine if the Celtics, let's just say hypothetically they were in the play-in, right? Great team, right? Whatever. That's like if the Celtics didn't make it out of the play-in, or if the Celtics didn't make it out of the first round of the playoffs. That's embarrassing. That's a disappointment. Embarrassing. Like, DR, you have some of the best ball players in the world, and yet you couldn't put it together. Now, sources do say that the team wasn't really put together well. Not that they didn't have great players, but that their players were too Hollywood, to put it in that perspective. They were, hey, we're major league players, we're millionaires, you guys can't tell us what to do. We're going out there and we're going to play baseball. We're going to do us. That's not right. That's not how you play the game. And I get it. They were playing for pride. They were playing for their country. But USA was locked in. Japan was locked in. Czech Republic was locked in. Great Britain was locked in. The Netherlands. Every team, I feel like every team other than DR were just locked into what they were playing for. I think DR got a little too confident and lost sight of that. But yeah, the biggest disappointment, DR losing, not even getting out of pool play. That is just unacceptable. It's just borderline, straight up unacceptable. Now, I will say this about the WBC. This is a huge step in the right direction. For the fact that coming out of pool play, a lot of people were talking about this needs to stop, like we can't do this anymore because of the Edwin Diaz injury, to people saying we want this back. It's a huge step in the right direction. Excuse me, I'm very tired right now. It's a huge step in the right direction. I think this is gonna be something special for years to come. I can't wait for 2026 when the WBC comes back. And what I'll say is this: if you don't have your eyes glued to the TV, you're missing out. These WBC games were some of the best games some of the best baseball that I've watched in a long time. I vaguely remember the 2017 WBC. I watched some of the games. 2017 was a long time ago. 2017, I was in middle school. Since the last WBC, I am now in college. That was a long time ago. I remember obviously USA winning, but I don't remember much. I will say this: it was exciting baseball, and this was some of the most exciting baseball I've watched in a very long time. It's thrilling. Every game, even pool play games, felt like postseason baseball. And I believe that's what baseball needs. Truly, it's what it needs. Exciting baseball. And for the Americans who got introduced to international baseball, we gotta step it up as fans. And like, I was embarrassed watching those USA games because DR had all their flags out. They were every single pitch they were making noise. Now, I'm not saying we do this all the time, at like a Yankee game or a Dodgers game or a Marlins game where you bring your flags and you yell till you can't yell anymore for the rest of your life. But what I am saying is that when the WBC comes around, we bring our flags, we paint ourselves in red, white, and blue, and have the stars out, dress up like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and if you feel like it, maybe you dress up as Donald Trump. I don't know, that's your preference. I'm not going to get into politics, but we dress up, we go there, all American out, get a barbecue going, and we show them what American culture is. Because DR and Puerto Rico and Japan, all these countries showed out. They were not shy to show their pride at all. And I get it. The culture here is different when it comes to sports. But man, I was like, I wanted to join the crowd. When I was watching USA, I wanted to fall asleep. In fact, I probably did, because some of the games were really late at night. I would say this: America, step it up, because we cannot get out crowded by these other countries. We say, oh, we're American. I'm proud to be an American. Well, it looked like DR was more proud to be a Dominican than we were to be proud to be an American. Come on. We could step it up. But anyways, that's a different topic for a different day. This was electric baseball. It was just electric baseball. Now, last thing I want to talk about, WBC final. The final game. The final countdown. The Eye of the Tiger. Where am I going with this? I don't know. this game, I missed out. I really did miss out. To be honest with you, I think I said this in the intro. I forget. I don't know. I kind of forgot. I missed the game because of circumstances that I was unable to. And those circumstances were the fact that I was at a Brooklyn Nets game. I was not able to watch, and it was a little disappointing. But regardless, this game was, how do I put it? This game was something else. I mean, it's, you can't even compare it to a World Series game because it was 10 times better. Legitimately 10 times better. There's no explanation. Just because it was, I don't know how to explain it. It's just different. There's just a difference. It's unexplainable. There's just a big difference. It felt like more people were into it. It felt like I don't even know how to put it, really. It just was different. You know, watching and I didn't get to watch the game, but I watched the highlights, but it was just, the energy was thicker. The crowd was much more into it. Like, it just wasn't, it wasn't a baseball game anymore. This was pride. This was, like I said, something different. This was something that we haven't seen. You know, it just was different. I can't put my finger on it. And I think what could have been better was the fact that, you know, there could have been, you know, more runs scored. But realistically, this was a real baseball game. Now, from what I watched and from looking at the stats, this USA team played like absolute, no doubt about it, 100% garbage, trash, dumpster, dump yard, you know? Just awful. One of the reasons being that they only got 2 runs, and they came from solo shots, and when they had runners in scoring position, they did nada, zero, nothing, zilch. They did nothing. You can't win baseball games if you don't hit. Plain and simple. And USA didn't hit. Now, coming into this tournament, we knew they did not have the greatest of pitching. Obviously, losing one of the best pitchers in baseball, Nestor Cortes Jr. You know, they didn't even lose many pitchers. Just not a lot of people came. And I mean, I don't understand why Garrett Cole didn't go. He could have used all the Spires that he wanted. Just saying. It's just a little confusing. How when it was all said and done, USA couldn't step up and score when they needed to. You know, it would be one thing if they had hit a bunch of home runs and then, you know, capitalize with runners in scoring position. But they didn't even do that. You got shut down by Japan, which isn't the biggest deal because, again, they are very, very good. But man, it is rough. I even saw a post, or I don't know if it was a post or a comment, whatever, but it said that, like, people better sign all of those guys who are on Team Japan because they're good. They don't play games. They are good. There's no doubt about it. Now, again, you know, I've said this before, Japanese players don't really pan out. You You know, you bring all those guys over here. How many succeed? Maybe 5, 6 if you're lucky. Maybe, you know, I don't see 10 of them working out. You know, you get very, very, very few to work out. But regardless, they exposed the USA. They exposed the USA team. Japan played just beautiful. It felt like they were really. This didn't feel like they were teammates. Like the USA felt like teammates. The team felt like teammates, like good teammates. Japan felt like a family. Like it looks and feels like these guys are family, and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to die with you guys. It didn't feel like the USA team was ready to die with each other. It felt like they were, hey, you know, if we're in a burning building, I'm getting out of here. You know, maybe I'll come and help you, but no guarantees. No guarantees. You know, you get it, right? Like that's what USA felt like. Japan felt like, if I'm in a burning building, the first thing I'm doing is I'm busting your door open, and I am saving you no matter what. And USA just doesn't have that mentality. They don't have that brotherhood. You know, they don't have that. I mean, if they could get that, hey, kudos to them. But they just don't have it yet. You know, these guys, they train for this all their life. They play together. They're all but USA, it's really all about, the MLB is really all about getting your money up, getting yourself right before you focus on anybody else. And it plays to Japan's advantage. They won this game fair and square. Straight up, won this game fair and square. And I gave them their flowers. I gave Ohtani his flowers. Do I think he's the best player in MLB? No, not at all. But that's my opinion. And you might say it's biased. I say no way, Jose. Maybe 0.1%, but no way, Jose. Is it biased? Just saying. Thank you guys. It's not biased, okay? Ohtani's great, all right? I'll give him that. But I don't believe he's the best player in the league, all right? Fight me. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting. Like, favorite, comment, share, subscribe. I am doing big things. I really enjoy doing this. I'm finding my passion for it. I'm finding the drive to keep going, you know, and hopefully I can take you along this journey as well. Like and subscribe. And as always, peace.